Howdy, folks, and welcome back. I've had a number of people tell me I really need to check out this MTV Push interview or whatever they're doing on MTV, the Warning is doing. So I figured I'll watch it together with you. So here we go. It's 20 minutes. I imagine it'll be... I imagine if this is a kind of an interview or an overview, there's probably going to be a lot of the stuff that we all know, the background and stuff. But they're all really focusing on the current album, so maybe it'll be mostly the current album. So, and that's what MTV seems to be pushing. So, here we go. Automatic song, great soundtrack.
Don't say that. Even if they're bad decisions.
No. That's not what I meant.
Some of the best interview moments are when the three of them are having a fun with each other in ways like that. I remember one interview. That was way back when they were kids, where I think Rudy was doing the interview maybe, and he was asking where they're going to be in 5 years. And as Pal was trying to figure out where they would be in 5 years, I think Danny spat out boyfriends, and Pal went, "No."
We are The Warning. We're three sisters from Monterrey, Mexico, and we're a rock band. I am Danny, the guitar player and lead singer.
I'm Pau, I'm the drummer.
I'm Alejandra, and I am the bass player.
I also find that interesting. We know their roles, but the fact that Pau didn't say anything about backup vocals or vocals or anything like that, just says drummer, and Ali just says bass player, is interesting to me because I know that Pau said in a couple of places, including a live chat with Patreon members, they asked if she was going to sing lead on any of the songs and Keep Me Fed because they hadn't all been released yet, and she said no, that she didn't. And we know that she shares lead, which is she's kind of misleading us a little bit. She does share lead in some of them, but I find it interesting that they're focused now. It's like, okay, we're getting serious about getting really popular now, so we got to be real concise. Let's just make it real clear to new fans what's what. Guitarist, lead singer, drums, bass. That's it.
Guitar player and lead singer.
I'm Pau, I'm the drummer.
I'm Alejandra, and I am the bass player.
It was a great performance.
We are
they
from
did.
Monterrey, Mexico, and we've loved music since we were really young. Our parents are big music lovers, so we were always in this musical environment, and we
I want to make sure I've got a good quality here. Yeah, I guess we'll go to 1080. We'll go to the premium 1080 enhanced bitrate.
We started playing the piano, but it wasn't until our parents got us the video game, The Rock Band, and I loved watching my sisters play. I was really young, so I loved watching them play.
So we're getting all the same answers.
And we got the inspiration from there. Danny started playing the guitar after that, Pau playing the drums. Eventually, I started playing the bass, and we've just been playing ever since.
I love how Ali is really, also, that's another thing, too. I think it's part of this whole, let's get serious they've always been serious, but you know what I mean. Let's get down and dirty for new viewers. Let's all talk. Let's all that stuff. And Ali is talking a lot more, and I think that's great. And but yeah, we're getting a lot of the same stuff as always, but that's fine. This is for new audiences, right? This MTV Push is hopefully going to reach a lot of people who've never heard of The Warning.
When we started writing,
we already had attention.
Yeah. We went viral because of a cover we did of Enter Sandman.
Yeah, they're including
And
cool.
we started receiving a lot of attention. And with that attention, we were like, hey, we could really be a band, but it's not like we want to be a cover band for our whole lives. So why don't we start exploring writing? Again, we were kids, but we were already just thinking of our futures like that. But when we started writing, that was when it was really consolidated. We were we want to be a band.
I think our music influences have grown throughout the years because our OG influences are still our influences, but they just been added more. We started with AC/DC, Pink Floyd,
Queen,
Muse.
Muse is still one of our
Yes.
biggest influences, but for this album in particular, we were listening to a lot of Royal Blood. We toured with them as well, so they were clearly an influence. The Poet Society, Paramore.
Nothing new
I
yet.
think that was the main.
Yeah, those were the main thing.
One point.
I heard that they were going to play Sick as well. Cool. Makes total sense being, I love the pink. I love the total pink. Although, doesn't Danny hate pink? Somebody said she didn't like pink. Anyway, it makes sense. Being the song that went into the top 10 on the Billboard rock charts, sick. Makes total sense that MTV would ask them to do that.
Keep Me Fed is our newest album, and it's called like that because.
Thank you for passing it over to me. So, Keep Me Fed just really encompasses what we were living in that whole time and what we were seeing around us, which is basically we live in a society where we just consume so much all the time. And we are never satisfied with anything, and we always want more and more and more. And it's about how we participate in that cycle as artists and as people, and how we give and how we take. And it's just like, it just kind of sheds a light on what we were living in that time. And you can see it in the cover, how we're like in this table that's just full of like excess. It's just like so much, and we're on top of that table, and we're just kind of like disrupting things. And that's kind of what we wanted to do with this album.
I mean, I think the process of songwriting changed over the
I love
years.
Pow's shirt. I'm with the band.
I mean, I think the process of songwriting changed over the years a lot. Specifically, this last album, Keep Me Fed, was a completely different and chaotic experience because we wrote it and recorded it in between tours. We were traveling a lot, and it was the first project that we ever
wrote on it.
I
mean, we were like, before we started recording this album, the writing process usually was just like, I would sit on the piano, I would write lyrics, a melody, have sort of like a structure, then I would show it to my sisters, and we would produce it, complete writing it, like the three of us together, and then we would go with another producer and start working on it. But in this album, on Keep Me Fed, we were just like, we had weeks of writing sessions. We would step into a room, meet two people that we had never met before.
Again, nothing new.
Write a song, finish the song.
Still good to hear, though.
Then the next day, meet two other new people and write. And we did that for 2 weeks, and we wrote many songs. So, but it was incredibly challenging in a good way. To like, you had to communicate your ideas properly. So I feel like that really pushed us as artists and as writers. And I feel like you can see it in this new material.
Give me violence.
I've never
Here
had
it
the
comes.
time to like think about what I would have done if it wasn't this. I feel like it would be something within music because we've done it our whole lives.
Something creative.
Yeah, you'd be like.
I just
totally
directed a
creative.
music video, and I had a great time.
Oh, you were great.
So maybe
You'd be a great director.
a director.
Now that I know everything that I know, I would like kind of want to teach. I feel like that would be very cool.
You'd be a good teacher.
Nice. Thank you.
They didn't do the whole, what is Lali going to be? A model? She did say something within music. Because they weren't asked that question about if you didn't do anything within music, what would you do? So they're both, I mean, teaching, Danny, I think that was kind of within music still, kind of she wanted to be a teacher. I know that she said before she just wants to be a teacher, period. But I think in this case it was teacher in music. And Pau gave the same answer as before, something creative. And wanting to be a director, which is something she said recently. And then Ali just said something in music. Very cool. I do, again, appreciate that this is for new listeners to the music, the new fans, potentially. So there's going to be a lot of repetition. And I'm fine with that, especially since this is, like I said, a more mainstream, the right word? Outlet?
Okay, what I would most like to remember about what we're living right now is like the excitement of like the uncertainty of what we're living. And also that type of pressure of just wanting to prove yourself is something that is so special that drives you to be better. And there's such a satisfying feeling and of a certain like team pride of what we're accomplishing together. Not only like the three of us, but like
Our whole team,
everyone who's involved and how we're growing and the steps that we're taking. It's just so exciting.
Listening to Pau, she said that stuff before, but I was just like mesmerized and realizing they're all grown up. I know they're all grown up, but you know what I mean. Oh, they're doing it in little segments. Okay. Oh, are these like on MTV itself on the channel, which I don't watch anymore? Would these be like little blocks that they put in during other shows? Like little 5-minute blocks, basically? No, I don't want to get too far ahead.
Automatic Sun. That phrase in and of itself, we just thought it sounded cool. So we actually kind of like kind of wrote around it. And it's
I've heard
this
that before,
song
though.
about longing for someone and that energy that they share with you. And that's just kind of like, we each kind of like put in our own little feelings on it,
Like
because we
personal touch.
all,
I feel like we all see it differently, but it is about having this person who just has this warmth and this energy and a gravitational pull that you can't help but just like go to them, and it's about
Exactly.
missing that. It is my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, me too.
It is my favorite
I
song to
love it.
play live.
So cool.
It is just so much.
Again, confirmation, and we've heard this before, but now confirmation. We know that Pau recently has confirmed that it was absolutely her favorite song from the entire album, not just the favorite song to drum on. Ali, I was a little confused before because I said that Sharks was, at the time of her Q&A, she said it was her favorite song, which if I think back to the Q&A, the question was, what's your favorite song of what hasn't been released yet? And she said of those, it was Sharks at that point in time. But she's confirmed here, Automatic Sun is her favorite. Danny still hasn't said it's absolutely her favorite. She's just said it's a good song, like she did here.
Much fun. So I'm very happy.
when it came out, I saw a comment that said like, this song just makes me want to dance and headbang at the same time.
Yeah,
I don't
which
know
is
how you did
great. I
that.
agree.
I was just
I
like,
agree.
yeah.
I'm just remembering we had come back from our shows in South America. We were exhausted, and we had a writing session with Dan Lancaster and Anton. We met Dan we toured with Muse, and he was the keyboard player for Muse in this tour. So we had met him there, we had that connection, we had written with him in LA, and now he came to Monterrey to write some songs with us. And it was like, there was instant chemistry with
As
like
well.
Anton, Dan, and the three of us.
Can I say, it's very shallow, as always, but I keep noticing it. Danny and Ali, or not Danny and Ali, Pau and Ali, their boot game is real.
And that was the last song we wrote. Automatic Sun had like 3 versions. Like we did so
We
many
were so
verses and so many
tired.
choruses. We had no idea what we were doing at that point.
Yeah.
But then we were doing the chorus and something just clicked. And the rest of the song just like flowed so nicely. Fans,
Ooh.
I feel like they usually hear what they
Yes.
want to
like
hear.
they give it their own meaning. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's so nice.
And they want that,
Because
yeah.
That's what music is for. So they listen to the song and they
make it
they
their
get
own.
they make it their own, and that's really nice.
And with Automatic Sun, I don't know what I would want them to take away. More than anything, I feel like sometimes rock music takes itself too seriously.
Yeah, I agree, Pau, because Automatic Sun, it's one of those songs where, and I'm notorious for like looking at the lyric and trying to figure out the meaning. Automatic Sun, it's just a really fun, cool song. It's just like, to me, the words, the meaning behind the words is less important to me than the sound that the words make along with the music. With Automatic Sun, it's just one of those just really cool songs.
I feel like sometimes rock music takes itself too seriously. And this is a song that is just fun.
Yeah.
Fun to listen to, fun to dance to, fun to
Fun to
sing.
play.
So hopefully
Fun
what
to
they
play.
take away is just a fun
Enjoy it.
experience.
Yeah, I totally get it. Absolutely get it and totally agree. Now we're on to Sick, huh?
Sick story is very, very fun because we were in LA and we had a song.
I've heard the Sick story many, many times. The first time they met Anton at the Airbnb and him not answering the door, and then they worked with him and he kept saying sick and they turned it into a song. But let's hear how they say it again.
Songwriting session we did not
We
want to
did
go
not want
to.
to do that.
It was
Oh, you need to
We
give
were-
context. We were at the very end of the tour. We were
so
exhausted, and we had that writing session, and we had 2 writing sessions before that day,
yeah.
which did not go that well. So we were like, we don't want to go. But we went because we were like, maybe
went
this is
there.
the best song we've ever
This is-
written. We
you
don't
never
know.
know.
We arrived there, and Anton, who is the guy that we wrote it with, was not answering his phone. He was not coming out of his house, and we
It
were like,
was-
we're gonna leave if
it's a
he doesn't
sign.
come out in 5 minutes. And then he came out, and we started working, and it was like instant chemistry. And it's the first song that came out for this album. Like we wrote it for this album.
was
That's
the
where the
fastest
process
song.
started.
I thought more came out for this album first. You just said Sick is the first song that came out for this album. Oh, okay. She is saying we wrote it specifically for this album. So maybe more was written. Because she didn't say it was the first one we wrote, because that would be wrong. Because obviously, well, I don't know, maybe. She's here. Let's hear what she says again.
Out of his house, and
It
we're like,
was-
we're gonna leave.
It's
And
a
he doesn't
sign.
come out in 5 minutes.
Hear what she says
And
again,
then
'cause
he came out
I'm
and
confused by
started
this one.
working, and it was like instant chemistry. And it's the first song that came out for this album. Like we wrote it for this album.
was
That's
the
where the
fastest
process
song.
started.
Oh, I see what she's saying. I get it. She's not saying it's the first one that was released. She's saying it's the first one that they wrote for the album. I can believe that. They wrote Sick, they wrote More, and that More got released first. Okay.
Anton
I
ended
get
up producing
The whole
whole
album.
record.
So it was just like really meant to be.
I remember because you already had like a mood board
I had a mood board and a verse.
and a verse for this song, so we just kind of sat around.
I think I've heard of this mood board before. I think she does a lot on Pinterest as well, where she'll get pictures that just set a mood. I think it's like trying to set a mood for a particular song. I think I've heard of that before.
Had like a mood board
I had a mood board and a verse.
and a verse for this song, so we just kind of sat around in the couch. Anton was like on a guitar.
Doing great.
We had a
doing
playlist with
riffs.
references that we were all like listening to
Listening
just to get on
to.
the same page.
Yeah,
We talked
on the
about the
same vibe.
topic, and I had like a mood board. So we were just like seeing the mood board, and like we would start working, throwing lyrics around and melodies around.
Funny story though, the song did not have a title, just an overarching
true.
theme. But Anton would say sick all the
A
time,
lot.
like, oh, that's,
that's
sick.
sick.
And it was like, it eventually became the title of the song.
The song is about just like being sick of not doing anything with your life, and just
Yeah.
like really wanting to, like, even if you mess up, like you just want to
something.
live. So I hope that fans take away a feeling of freedom and of possibilities. I know that in the song we talk about like making mistakes and like wanting to live in regret, if that's what life leads you to. But I feel like what we're trying to say and what we hope they take away is that we only live once, and that
Yeah.
like we're gonna die. Do what you want and what makes you happy, and what will make you like die in peace. Like saying like I lived my life,
Yeah, no.
and that like there's the proof.
Can't wait to see this. I mean, I'm getting spoiled on it now, but I'm still going to watch the whole thing.
What's up, MTV? We're
The Warning.
and we're about to push play.
This is the third segment.
What song reminds us of our childhood?
It has to be Elton John or Billy Joel. I feel
I would
For sure.
say
for sure.
Scenes from an Italian Restaurant
By Billy
by
Joel,
Billy Joel.
for sure.
Definitely
think
live
that's-
version as well. It's like,
Yes.
The live version.
That's new information. I love these questions. That's finally some new information, really. Some real new information. That's cool, because I know that they've mentioned Billy Joel as being an artist that they listen to as a family. But it's cool that reminds them of childhood, is that.
I think that's different for the three of us. I would go like, I don't know why, Fly As Me by Silk Sonic. It's
Okay.
just like,
I mean, it puts you in a
Yeah.
cool mood. Abracadabra by Brown Eyed Girls.
I probably listen to like Lady Gaga, probably like Judas or something
Slay.
like that.
Exactly.
Nice.
Good.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's
Mine is very like specific.
okay.
Pas de deux by Tchaikovsky from the Nutcracker.
Oh, look.
Of course, it's a musical piece from Pau.
One.
Specific.
Okay.
Pas de deux by Tchaikovsky from the Nutcracker.
Oh, look.
That's a good
No,
one.
like,
that's
that's
a
a
good
good
one.
Imagine writing that and like it has no lyrics, but you just feel like I cry horribly when I hear that
I
song
know.
every single time.
I wish I could write something as emotional as Lilac Wine by Jeff Buckley. Oh my God. That's good.
I don't think I've heard that
I
one.
would say Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great song.
That's-
I wish
is a
I
good
wrote
song.
that.
Clay Pigeons by Michael Cera.
Dude.
I choose peaceful
He
songs.
does music? Michael Cera does music?
Clay Pigeons by Michael Cera.
Dude.
I choose peaceful songs each year to hear like after shows, when I'm removing my makeup, whatever. And it's literally on a loop for hours. I love that song.
Yeah,
Clay Pigeons.
I love All Mine. Love is All Mine by Mitski. I love that right now.
It's a good song.
Yes,
don't
but
know
I don't know the
the
exact
exact
title.
grammar of it.
Yeah.
since Espresso came out by Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter,
Carpenter?
I've been listening to it. I love that song. It's such a fun song.
Nice.
I don't know either of those, and I didn't know that Michael Cera wrote music, so or performed music, I should say.
I've been listening to it. I love that song. It's such a fun song.
Nice. In love.
Boy.
There's so many like lovely
Yeah.
love songs. Call It Fate, Call It Karma by The Strokes.
Nice.
Good.
I will
I heard
probably
of that
go
one either.
like something that is not even in a language I know, like La Vie en Rose.
Ooh, cute.
That's good. I would say Eres by Café Tacuba.
Okay.
I think it would depend on how the breakup like goes.
And wait a minute. They've said before they never really had breakups, but maybe they have.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like such an iconic like breakup song is
Okay.
Somebody That I Used to Know by
Yeah.
Gautier.
I like that one.
Ooh.
That's
Cool
like,
song.
I feel like if I would like have a breakup, I would probably
Yeah, see? Pal's saying Danny said, I think a good breakup song would be. And Pal's like, if I had a breakup.
be like pissed about it.
Yeah.
So You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like that's
Yeah, Allie's assuming her breakup is going to be because somebody cheated on her. Traitor.
Morissette.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. I feel like that's a good one.
On the
yeah.
nose.
Yeah, on the nose.
So wait a minute. So both Pal and Ali want angry songs if they break up because they figured the breakup's going to be absolutely horrible and it's going to be the other person's fault. Danny's like, somebody I used to know.
A song that makes me get up and dance no matter what. Gasolina by Daddy Yankee.
I thought you were gonna say Gangnam Style. Gangnam
Right?
Style.
You're so right.
That is, like,
Gasolina is
literally-
my all-time
Yeah.
favorite song to like be happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Cool.
love Gangnam Style.
That
Thank
song-
It's a
you.
fun
that
song.
You know me better
if-
than I know myself.
If you don't stand up and dance to that song,
Something's
like-
wrong.
like something's wrong with you. Like it's just
You're right.
a song to dance to.
Gangnam Style.
I heard Boogie Wonderland today, and I was just like, yeah, man. That's it.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, classic.
A song that goes like really, really loud in the car, King for a Day by Pierce the Veil. Just kind of like go all out.
Not heard it.
Wow. So you're stuck in the Monterrey traffic and you're just like,
Of course.
Ale and I listen to the song very loudly in a car. It's called Culo by Ilya Kuriaki. Great.
Oh, we were stuck
It's
in traffic
great.
and we were like,
We put it on
Let's do it.
loop
yeah.
on like super high volume.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rudy, for showing
Yeah,
us
thank
that
you.
song.
I don't know that
Our
one.
favorite karaoke song. Okay, go.
My
go,
go-to
go.
karaoke song is Gasolina
Yeah.
by Daddy Yankee.
I
Yes.
don't
Yes.
really do karaoke.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't like singing that much, but I would say Noreste Caliente by Jonas.
That's
Great
a very
song
good
for
choice.
kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Throwback track.
Oh, my favorite
for us.
throwback track is Wannabe by the Spice Girls.
Oh, that's a good one.
Heard
That
that
is
one.
a very
Yeah.
good one.
That makes
Very
me
good
happy.
one. Slim Shady, Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Man Eater by Nelly
Man Eater
Furtado
is
before
Yes.
2010?
Is that a cover of Hall & Oates?
Wow.
That Man Eater?
Yeah.
Is Man Eater by Nelly
Man Eater
Furtado
is-
before
Yes.
2010? Yeah, I would
Yes,
say
yes,
Man
yes.
It's
Eater.
like 2006 or
Okay,
something
then
like that.
Man Eater by Nelly Furtado.
That's cool.
Slay.
Oh, there is
Because
one more
she's a
segment.
middle
I
tone.
have
Yeah.
ADHD. I do not like. I can't.
Yeah, she's never on time. She
understand
always
why.
does.
Let me back up. I missed the beginning of that.
Because she's a middle tone.
I have
Yeah.
ADHD. I do not
Okay.
like. I can't.
Yeah,
Thought you
she's
said
never
that.
on time. She
Understand
always
why.
does things
No.
like last minute.
Hey MTV, we're The Warning, and we're gonna play a game that's called This or That.
Nice.
Okay.
I am more productive as an early bird, but I like my beauty sleep. Like, do not wake me up early in the morning.
I like the sunshine, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say
So
night
night
owl.
owl.
Yeah.
I'll stick with early bird.
I mean, they're rockers.
On-
They're rockers, so Night Owl makes sense. Although Danny's like, I am more productive in the morning. I just don't like getting up in the morning or something. So she's an early bird, but that's kind of cool. Of course, they're night owls for the most part.
On time or
Oh.
fashionably late? Fashionably late.
You're always.
Yeah.
I have no
You're
sense
always
of
late.
time.
I'm always on time.
I feel like I'm
I'm always
on-time girly.
early so I can be on time.
Because she's a middle tone.
I have
Yeah.
ADHD. I do not like. I can't.
Yeah, she's never on time. She
understand
always
why.
does things
No.
like last minute, and I prefer to do everything early so
Yeah,
I
I
can
prefer to be ready.
on
But usually
time.
we get ready together, so they pull me with their.
Ah, okay. So she depends on her sisters.
Hey,
On tours.
yes.
only on tour.
Only
Exactly.
On tours.
We're
okay.
always on tour.
Well, you're right. cooking at home or takeout?
Takeout.
Oh, takeout.
Yeah, because cooking
Really?
at home implies cleaning.
Yes. Home or takeout?
I thought, for them to do the cooking, because they've said that their favorite food is usually their mother's cooking. So I guess they mean, do you cook at home or do you get takeout?
Oh, takeout.
Takeout, because cooking at home implies cleaning.
Yes.
It involves cleaning.
That's a lot of work.
That's a
Takeout.
lot.
Well, but when you're back from tour, the last thing you want to eat is takeout.
That's right, because you've
But
already eaten that.
we ask our mom to make us.
Yeah.
So if
A mom
we're
made
cooking,
meal.
no. If our mom is cooking,
Yes.
Cool. I did remember right.
Performing
Yes.
Yes.
recording
definitely.
music videos is
It's exhausting.
It's really big. It's
And
really
since you're
big.
not playing for anyone, like
It's
to
just
anyone,
like-
it's
It's
just like
weird
feels weird.
performing to a camera.
Yeah.
and
it
usually
is
I
funny.
get the last playback. Like I have to play for your playback and your playback and the general playback and
'Cause
then
you're
I'm
in
at the
every
very
shot.
end.
Yeah.
And so I've done like 30 shots already and I'm like so playing live.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure.
Going out or staying in?
Oh,
Depends.
It depends
Depends.
to where, but I feel like I will be more of a staying in.
Going out.
I love staying in, but since we're rarely at home, I would
go
say
out.
going out.
Yeah,
Right,
I do
you're
say
right.
I feel going out to stay in. Like going out to like somebody's
friend's
like
house.
Yeah,
Yes.
just like
Just have people.
That's a great.
but like I'm not
that's
gonna
great.
go clubbing. Like I'm too tired
We
for that.
beat the system.
Exactly. Dressing
Dressing
up or
up
dressing
or
down.
dressing-
So they're staying in by going out. I love it.
I'm not gonna go clubbing. Like I'm too tired
We
for that.
beat the system.
Exactly. Dressing up or dressing down. Dressing up.
Dressing up.
Dressing
Let's
up.
get it.
Yeah,
It's
you can
so
tell they
cool,
always
so-
like to dress up. Their fashion sense is pretty on. And who is it? Wait a minute. One of them said that they just follow what the others do, or maybe they all said they follow what Ali does, or something.
Dressing down. Dressing up.
Dressing up.
Dressing
Let's
up.
get it.
It's always so fun to like get ready to go. I feel like sometimes the get ready part, like getting ready part, is way more fun than
And
like
then-
when you actually go out. So
Yeah.
I love dressing up. It's
I
always so
agree.
fun.
And on tour, you're always just like in such a like
In a state, yeah.
all the time. I was gonna say folonga, but I don't know the word in English for that. So like you feel yucky all the time. So when you do get to dress up, it's like
You feel
I feel like
fresh.
myself again.
Yes.
Is this the first answer that we have like the same answer? I think so.
Maybe. I'm glad we agree. Thanks for watching.
Very cool.
Head to MTV's YouTube for more with us.
Very cool. Yeah, there was some new stuff in there for sure. Definitely some new stuff in there at the end, especially the beginning. As expected, going to be pretty much the same stuff because they're talking to a potentially new audience, a new fan base. So they want to make sure they understand what's going on. And I still get a kick out of it. I mentioned in the Automatic Sun how Ollie's wearing the jacket and Danny's wearing the pants from the same outfit, from the same suit. That's funny. And like I said, they've done that before, and I've seen them do that at least once before. But anyway, yeah, a lot of repetitive stuff, which was good. Seeing them do it with new energy and saying it a slightly different way was really cool. At the end, a lot of answers I didn't know, a lot of music they referenced that I had never heard them reference before, that I have never heard of. A lot I had heard of, but a lot I hadn't heard of. So might be interesting to check that out as well. So anyway, guys, that was fun. Thanks for watching with me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.